Hey, Dave here in today's training, and if you don't know me, my name is Dave O'Sullivan and I help therapists have the confidence and clarity to treat any patient who comes through the door using a simple pro sport step-by-step system, okay, so that you can enjoy a fully booked diary of happy progressing patients and become that go-to physio. Now, in every single training, I'm going to give you one thing that you can implement in your clinical practice today to become that go-to physio, okay? And what I want to talk about today is I want you to avoid making the biggest mistake that probably 99.9% of therapists all over the world make with subjective assessment, and that is setting them up for failure, okay? So when I first started out in subjective assessments, when I went into private practice, it was right down on my soap notes, the patient's injury history, VASs, AGSs, and all of that kind of stuff, okay? And then what I'd do is I'd go straight into the objective assessment, and then I'd hope that I'd find the problem in the objective assessment, whereas actually most physios have got it wrong, okay? The objective assessment should build on top of the subjective assessment. So the subjective assessment is there for us to understand the patient's story and start to have a working hypothesis as we go into the objective assessment, okay? Now, one of the biggest things that I made probably, I would say, vast majority of the difference for me in terms of clarity is I started to use drawings, okay? Because the brain, I think it's 90% of the energy it takes is to process visual, okay? So in order to connect the dots, we want to use your visual system, okay, to really understand how to get clarity for the patient, okay? So rather than just using auditory, I think that's like something like 10%, okay? If we can tap into the 90% and help the subconscious mind and help the brain process all this information that we've just taken in 15 minutes, connect the dots, you will be amazed at the difference and the clues that you can start to see in front of you, okay? Because all the clues are in the patient's story. So what I'm going to do is on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a special training to show you exactly how to do this, okay? Now, your one task for today is I want you to start drawing out the previous injury history timeline, okay? Because what you're going to start to do is you're going to start to see the dots and connect the dots. And not only that, but your patient's going to connect the dots also, okay? Now, I'm going to go into this in a lot more detail on Tuesday's training, okay? But your one task for today is to draw out the injury timeline, okay, in chronological order as the patient is telling you their injury history, okay? And then you're going to start to see the dots. You're going to start to see where things started to unravel for the patient, okay? If you want more help for this, okay, drop me a message, okay? We've got 24 spaces for the July cohort of the mentorship, okay? And if you want confidence and clarity to treat any patient who comes through the door, if you want to keep your patients progressing, the Pro Sports step-by-step system is the most simple and direct path to do that, okay? It'll help you design treatment plans that give more value than you take in payment, and it'll also help you bridge the gap from low to high level rehab with your patients, so you'll always know where to go next, okay? If you're not quite ready for that, there'll be a link under here somewhere around the free training, okay? Tuesday evening, okay, UK time 8 p.m. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, okay? So that's it for today. Use the visual system to allow you to connect the dots in your subjective assessment, and I'll see you on Tuesday.